Step inside the tough world of boxing, where being nice in sports is a big deal.
The champ of the world is an icon.
Mike Tyson.
This story takes off in the boxing ring, where Mike Tyson and Tyrell Biggs have more going on than just throwing punches. Seeing how not being respectful changes your temperament, it does decide what happens to these two fighters. From being big rivals to causing problems in Biggs' career, this story shows how important it is to be respectful in sports. Let's take a step back to the early days of Tyson's boxing journey.
Dominant for a scary moment in boxing history than Mike Tyson.
He was a great...
Imagine a young Tyson, a true powerhouse in the ring. He wasn't just good, he was dominating, a force to be reckoned with. Now, what made him more interesting was his personal behavior against his opponents. Strangely enough, after the bouts, he'd turn into a surprisingly good sport, showing respect and sportsmanship. But here's the catch. There was this one boxer, Tyrell Biggs, who Tyson couldn't stand. Check out this video where we dive into Tyson's early days, explore how he mixed being tough with playing fair, and we'll uncover why he didn't like Tyrell Biggs. This dislike changed Biggs' career a lot. You surely don't want to miss this story. Now, back in the 80s, the boxing scene witnessed two rising stars with very different stories. First up, we have Tyrell Biggs, a towering figure at 6'5", equipped with impressive skills and big dreams of Olympic glory. With his lightning speed and tall stature, he seemed destined for success, reminiscent of the legendary Muhammad Ali. On the other side of the ring, we have Mike Tyson, a short dynamo with a unique style. Standing at an average height, his strength and quickness set him apart. Much credit goes to his trainer, Cus D'Amato, a boxing guru, turning Tyson's perceived weaknesses into strengths. However, in 1984, the American national team faced a crucial decision for the Olympics, and surprisingly, they chose Biggs over Tyson. This choice shattered Tyson's dream of Olympic glory, planting the seeds of a rivalry that would unfold in the professional ring. This animosity between Tyson and Biggs goes back to the genesis of their rivalry. It all began when Mike's dream of representing the U.S. in the '84 Olympics was shattered by their decision to choose Biggs over him. Tyson, feeling snubbed and fueled by a personal dislike for Biggs, experienced a crucial moment of disrespect in 1984. As Tyson went to wish the Olympic team good luck, Biggs openly laughed and casted doubt on Tyson's capability to make the team. That disrespect deeply affected Tyson, who took the insult to heart. Instead of letting it slide, Tyson internalized the offense and set a determined goal for the future to show him some respect in the boxing ring. This would mark the beginning of their rivalry that would unfold with intensity and consequence in the years to come. Witness the extraordinary rise of Iron Mike Tyson as he made the leap from amateur to professional, leaving an indelible mark on the sport. Tyson's transition was nothing short of rapid and remarkable, catching the attention of boxing enthusiasts worldwide. In a stunning achievement, Tyson became the youngest heavyweight champion in history, a testament to his explosive power and unparalleled skills in the ring. The young fighter continued his ascent, acquiring many world titles and solidifying his reputation as a dominant force. As Tyson's reign continued, speculation spun about potential challengers who would step into the ring and pose a serious threat to his dominance. The boxing world eagerly awaited the answer to the question of who could stand up to the formidable Iron Mike and potentially alter the course of boxing history. Now let's talk about Tyrell Biggs' journey in this professional boxing arena. After making the transition from the non-professional ranks, Biggs faced his share of challenges in adapting his style to the professional scene. Unlike his smooth sailing in the amateurs, the shift demanded adjustments, and it took some time for Biggs to find his footing. Meanwhile, both Biggs and Tyson, former teammates during their amateur days, found that they would cross paths soon enough as rivals in this professional ring. The affinity they once shared turned into competitive tension, setting the stage for an inevitable showdown. As Biggs worked to refine his style, the anticipation grew for the clash between these two formidable fighters, each with their own strengths and aspirations in the world of professional boxing. As the showdown between Tyrell Biggs and Mike Tyson loomed in November 1987, the buildup was charged with anticipation. Biggs, not one to shy away from bold statements, made promises that stirred the boxing world. He confidently declared that Tyson had never faced anyone like him, expressing doubts about Tyson's prowess. In contrast, Tyson remained silent, letting his actions in the ring do the talking. This silent response from the usually outspoken Tyson only heightened the intrigue surrounding the match. Both fighters were in fantastic shape, adding to the excitement among fans. The anticipation reached a feverish pitch as the clash between Biggs' bold words and Tyson's quiet confidence promised a spectacle in the ring, leaving fans eager to see the outcome of this highly anticipated showdown. As the long-awaited fight between Tyrell and Mike played out, the initial round saw Biggs take in a seemingly preferable position. He impressed with his mobility and effective use of jabs, making it appear as though he could pose a challenge for Tyson. However, as the bout progressed, Tyson's dominance became increasingly evident. He skillfully landed powerful blows, and the turning point came when Tyson opened a cut around Biggs' eye. This development marked a shift in the fight's momentum. Faced with Mike's relentless assault, Biggs found himself deviating from his initial game plan. The pressure mounted, and Biggs, unable to withstand Mike's ferocity, succumbed to the relentless attacks. The unfolding dynamic of the match showcased Tyson's formidable skills and left spectators watching a decisive turn in the fate of the bout. In the climax of the match between Mike Tyson and Tyrell Biggs, Tyson showcased a systematic destruction of his opponent, relishing every moment of the battle. The intensity of his punches left little room for Biggs to recover, and it became clear quick that the fight was reaching its conclusion. In the 7th round, the referee intervened, stopping the fight and declaring Tyson the winner via technical knockout. Post-fight, Tyson didn't hold back, openly ridiculing Biggs and revealing the deep-seated animosity that fueled that rivalry. This unfiltered reaction from Tyson added a layer of drama to the aftermath of that bout, leaving a lasting impression on both the fans and the history of their tumultuous relationship in the world of professional boxing. In conclusion, to recap the intense feud between Tyson and Biggs, we saw a rivalry that left a mark on the history books. Sadly, the defeat had a disastrous impact on Biggs' career, leading to a decline in his professional journey. Though in the world of boxing, Tyson's dominance, however, lingered on, shaping his legacy. And as we wrap this up, we encourage you to like, share, and subscribe for more fascinating sports stories. Please stay tuned for upcoming videos, related content, and more promising gripping tales from the world of sports. Thanks again for joining us on this incredible journey. In the world of boxing, one fight can completely change a boxer's life. Back in the 1990s, Prince Naseem Hamed was a huge name in the sport. Everyone knew him as the unbeaten champ with lots of featherweight titles. He ruled the ring, but everything shifted when he changed coaches. Today we're diving into the fight that really messed up Naseem Hamed's boxing career. It was the one against Marco Antonio Barrera that did the damage. That match had a huge impact on how his whole journey in boxing went down. Prince Naseem Hamed's boxing journey started with his unique personality that set him apart from the rest. In the early days of his career, he already displayed the kind of charisma that drew people's attention. But it wasn't just his personality, he had the skills to back it up. He quickly made a name for himself with a string of impressive victories, earning multiple featherweight titles along the way. His undefeated record and knockout power were the talk of the town. However, a significant shift happened when he decided to change his coach. Brendan Ingle had guided him to success, but Naseem switched to Emmanuel Stewart, a legendary figure in boxing. This transition marked a crucial chapter in his career, setting the stage for even bigger challenges and defining moments to come. Naseem was on a mission to solidify his legacy in the boxing world, and he needed a major fight to do just that. However, his new coach, Emmanuel Stewart, was cautious about matching him up against Juan Manuel Marquez, believing that Marquez's style might pose a challenge. Instead, the opportunity arose to face Marco Antonio Barrera, a formidable Mexican fighter. The negotiations for this fight took some time, nearly a year, with both sides working out the details. It was a pivotal moment in Naseem's career as he aimed to prove himself against a top-tier opponent and secure his place in boxing history. As the fight between Naseem Hamed and Marco Antonio Barrera approached on April 7, 2001, the anticipation was palpable. The stage was set for a showdown that would define both boxers' careers. Naseem was slated to earn a substantial $8.5 million for the fight, highlighting the magnitude of the event. Expert predictions overwhelmingly favored Naseem Hamed, with many in the boxing world expecting him to continue his unbeaten streak. However, what unfolded in the ring on that fateful night would prove to be a major upset, shattering these predictions and forever altering the course of Naseem's career. In the first round of the fight between Hamed and Barrera, the scene was set for an unexpected turn. Naseem, known for his extravagant entrances, didn't disappoint with his flashy and grand arrival to that ring. However, once the fight began, Barrera's focused strategy became evident. Relentlessly aiming calculated punches between the chest and head, Barrera's precision and approach paid off as his punches found their mark, effectively gaining him the upper hand and clinching the first round. This strategic targeting, coupled with calculated moves, set the stage for an unexpected and surprising start to the highly anticipated match. Let's break down the fight step by step. In each round, there were important moments that kept fans watching closely. Hamed had a tough time dealing with Barrera's punches. Barrera had this special combo, crossing between the chest and head, causing a lot of trouble. Things would get interesting in the fifth, when Naseem decided to change his stance and fight as a right-hander. This would be his attempt to turn the tide and respond to Barrera's moves. The fight was a real nail-biter, and it wasn't clear who would win this until the 11th round. Both fighters giving it their all, making it a close and exciting match from the very first round. In the later rounds of the fight, Barrera showed off his strength and skill, improving as the match went on. Hamed began making tactical mistakes, struggling to find a way to regain control of the fight. Barrera's punches to Naseem's chest and head continued to take their toll, but it was in the 11th round that proved to be the turning point. Barrera stepped it up, landing some powerful punches and securing his victory. Naseem, on the other hand, was still struggling from previous rounds. It was a tough moment for his fans, as Barrera's dominance became even more evident, ultimately leading to his well-deserved win. The 11th round marked the culmination of Barrera's strategy and cemented his place as the victor in this hard-fought battle. When it came to deciding the winner of the fight between Hamed and Barrera, all three judges were in complete agreement. It was unanimous in favor of Barrera, making it clear that he had earned his victory. Naseem, however, didn't take this loss lightly. He expressed his strong desire for a rematch, and even mentioned an injury as the reason for his disappointing performance. Despite the desire for a rematch spelled out in the contract, the boxing world never got to see these two great boxers face off again. It was a letdown for fans and an unfulfilled promise, as the circumstances never allowed the highly anticipated rematch to materialize. Barrera's victory remained a defining moment in his career, while Hamed's desire for redemption would remain unfulfilled. Following his loss to Marco Antonio Barrera, Naseem Hamed's career took a different path. His final bout would be against Manuel Calvo, a rather average opponent compared to his previous challengers. Now, this fight marked the end of Naseem's boxing journey at the age of 28. While many attributed his early retirement to the Barrera defeat, it's essential to recognize that his decision to hang up the gloves was influenced by other factors as well. Meanwhile, Barrera would continue his career with remarkable victories, securing his place as a boxing legend. He faced tough opponents like Eric Morales and Johnny Tapia, and despite some losses, he left an indelible mark on the sport. The contrast in their post-fight careers highlighted the significance of that one pivotal match against Barrera in the history of boxing. In conclusion, the fight against Marco Antonio Barrera played a pivotal role in Naseem Hamed's career. It marked that significant turning point, with its impact reaching far beyond that one match. Hamed's previously unblemished record was forever tarnished, and the loss to Barrera had a profound effect on his legacy in the world of boxing. On the other side, Barrera's role in this bout was undeniable. He showcased his exceptional skills and tenacity, securing a place in boxing history as a formidable fighter. And as we explore the rich history of boxing, it's matches like these that remind us of the sport's unpredictability and the enduring legacy of the remarkable fighters. And if you enjoyed this glimpse into boxing history, we encourage you to like, share, and subscribe for more interesting content. Get ready for a sensational journey as we take you back to one of the most electrifying nights in the legendary career of Iron Mike Tyson. It was a remarkable showdown where not only boxing skills, but emotions of anxiety, fear, and pressure played a vital role. In this video, we'll look deep into the minds of Tyson and his opponent, Michael Spinks, exploring their contrasting personalities and how they set the stage for one of the most dramatic encounters in boxing history. Get ready to witness the clash of these legends and the untamed intensity that define this historic fight. So get ready, because this fight's about to hit you with a punch that'll leave you breathless. Mike Tyson's intensity and conditioning. Now, we all know that Mike Tyson's unmatched intensity and conditioning set him apart in the boxing world. His undying commitment and constant drive make him an unparalleled force within this industry. He would start his day with a challenging 5-kilometer run, pushing his body to its limits. After a rest and a carefully planned breakfast, Tyson engaged in rigorous boxing drills, perfecting his technique and speed with every powerful punch. The thunderous sound of his punches hitting the pads echoed through the gym, showcasing his force. Tyson sparred against the best in the gym, engaging in intense sessions that tested his limits. His disciplined diet included lean proteins like chicken and rice or steak and pasta, providing the energy he needed. Even after an exhausting day, he continued with additional drills and conditioning exercises, from stationary bike work to extreme bodyweight routines, enhancing his punch resistance and overall endurance. Tyson's unwavering dedication resulted in supreme physical conditioning, enabling him to enter the ring at his peak, ready to unleash his signature power. Both his intensity and conditioning were vital factors that transformed him to become the formidable force and undisputed heavyweight champion he'll always be remembered for. Michael Spinks' work rate and conditioning. In the same way, Michael Spinks' strategy for workout and conditioning was evidence of his unwavering commitment and resolve. Naturally, Spinks was a lightweight fighter, and he altered himself to heavyweight and prepared his mind and body to face larger opponents. He shifted his body to new limits, matching the demands of the higher weight class. Spinks recognized that relying totally on pure power would not be enough to overcome his heavyweight adversaries. Instead, he honed his work rate and boxing consciousness, understanding that his speed, precision, and tolerance would be his greatest assets. Through intense conditioning sessions, Spinks developed the ability to maintain a steady pace over the course of a grueling 12-round battle. Spinks' training included intense intervals, pushing himself to the limit before taking short breaks to recover. His training approach turned him into a highly efficient fighter, capable of delivering fast punches and maintaining a high work rate throughout the entire fight. By prioritizing conditioning and work rate over raw power, Spinks showcased his willingness to overcome the challenges of that heavyweight division through his skill and determination. His dedication to adapting his training and relying on his strengths set him apart and contributed to his success as a formidable champion. Contrasting personalities. The press conference before Tyson v. Spinks was charged with intense emotions and contrasting mindsets. Tyson's scaring scowl and dominant presence raised fear, while Spinks remained composed with a confident smile. This opposing behavior created an electric atmosphere as Tyson displayed aggression with Spinks exuding calmness. The press conference showcased the clash between Tyson's intensity and Spinks' intense composure, heightening hope for their mental battle in the ring. The event left fans and the media intensely awaiting the captivating collision of these contrasting personalities, where emotions would run high alongside the punches thrown. Fight Night Mindsets. As Fight Night approached, the contrasting mindsets of Tyson and Spinks created this electric environment fueled with a dramatic tension that filled the stadium. Tyson's intimidating presence grew stronger as he got closer to the ring, emitting raw power and aggression. His intense focus and steady determination as the undisputed heavyweight champion instilled fear in his opponents. That determination was visible in his eyes, which increased that intimidating quality. On the other side, Spinks remained cool, his passive expression concealing the inner disturbance he felt. Despite his impressive undefeated record, the weight of anxiety and doubt cast by Tyson's aura loomed over him. As the fight began, Tyson launched a relentless assault, trapping Spinks and throwing powerful punches without hesitation. Spinks, visibly shaken, struggled to withstand Tyson's onslaught. The contrasting mindsets of the fighters took center stage, with Tyson showing no fear while Spinks grappled with the challenge. It became a battle of wills and mental strength, determining who could conquer their inner doubts. The stage was set for a captivating showdown that would be remembered in boxing history. Tyson's dominance. Our fight began with an explosion of energy, with Tyson launching himself at his opponent Spinks with unyielding aggression. That assault left Spinks struggling to defend himself against the onslaught of precise and devastating punches, each blow landing with incredible power, systematically dismantling his opponent's defenses. It was a display of sheer mastery, as Tyson's punches found their mark with unwavering accuracy, ultimately leading to Spinks' downfall. But it was Tyson's first-round knockout that forever sculpted his name in boxing history. The impact of that single moment echoed far beyond the confines of the ring, solidifying Tyson's reputation as a formidable force in the sport. The swift and decisive victory showcased his extreme power and amazing skills, leaving a permanent mark on his legacy. Join us as we delve into the mesmerizing details of Tyson's dominance, from the explosive start to precise and powerful punches that propelled him to victory. Discover how this first knockout forever shaped the course of his career, cementing his place as one of the greatest boxers ever to step foot in the ring. Brace yourselves for an exploration of Tyson's unparalleled dominance and the everlasting impact it had on the world of boxing. Aftermath and retirement. The fight against Tyson left Spinks with a heartbreaking decision: retirement from the sport that had consumed his life. The defeat was a devastating blow, both physically and emotionally, as it marked his first loss and left him questioning his future in boxing. Tyson's overpowering dominance forced Spinks to reevaluate his abilities and aspirations, ultimately leading to the difficult choice of hanging up the gloves. Unfortunately, this defeat overshadowed the brilliance of Spinks' overall career. Despite an undefeated record of 31 fights and notable victories, the magnitude of that loss to Tyson casted a long shadow over his accomplishments. Tyson's relentless power and aggression became the defining moment that captured public attention, distorting the narrative surrounding Spinks' career. However, it is essential to look further into Spinks' journey and show his other notable encounters and victories. Thank you so much for joining this big fight recap while revisiting the unforgettable clash between Mike Tyson and Michael Spinks. We've witnessed firsthand the incredible impact that contrasting personalities can have on a fight. From Tyson's intimidating and ferocious demeanor to Spinks' calm and easygoing nature, these two mindsets played a significant role in shaping the outcome of the time. Tyson's dominance and his lightning-fast victory showcased his relentless determination and power. While Spinks faced defeat, his decision to retire and his impressive career shouldn't be overshadowed by this particular night. And that's a wrap for today. Please like and subscribe and comment down below which fight you want to see next. Once again, thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.
John
It's another story.
John Jones is a great fighter, but I'm gonna be 100. Even if you stay in this room, I said but he's the dirtiest fighter ever. He's the dirtiest fighter ever, and the guy's so smart. He does the most dirtiest things. Like, gloves, if you doing anything good on him, and he's gonna put his fingers in you, he's gonna poke you in the eye. And then if you advancing on you doing anything good, you get the advantage. You're gonna kick your knee backwards. For one, I think that knee kick, they call it like an oblique kick, whatever. He's kicking you right on your kneecap, kick in the back. I think that should be banned. Like, my knee is still messed up from that.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
That fight. Wow.
Yeah, my knee is still messed up from that fight.
Wow.
Because it hyperextended. He kicked it all the way back. Like, you can end people's careers with those moves. So go back and watch this fight. Think about all those spinning elbows he used to do in the beginning. Where did they land? Do you remember?
Where'd they land?
On the back of people's head.
That's true. Yeah. Now that you think about it, yeah.
It's illegal. John Jones is like the dirtiest fighter. So
Are you not cool with John Jones?
No, I'm cool with John Jones.
Okay.
When I see John Jones, we cool.
Michelle Cicely Tyson is a home dog. He tutti fruity. I'm gonna kick his booty. Oh, baby.
Welcome to a Boxing World Recap. On today's video, we're going to revisit the two-fight saga between Mike Tyson and Mitch "Blood" Green. This beef went beyond the rules of the ring as these two heavyweights got into it on the streets of New York.
Who threw the first punch here?
He did. He sucker punched me because he's with his friends.
So, let's get right into this.
Mike Tyson loves to fight. He don't care if it's in the ring or out the ring.
When Mike Tyson faced former heavyweight contender James "Quick" Tillis in his 20th professional match,
Tyson in the black trunks and James "Quick" Tillis in the white.
He was 19 years old and unbeaten.
Here comes 19-year-old Mike Tyson as he emerges from his locker room.
Tillis had lost 4 of his previous 5 fights and entered the match as a heavy underdog.
28-year-old James "Quick" Tillis of Tulsa, Oklahoma, 31 wins, 8 losses, 24 knockouts, now unranked.
Whereas Tyson had won all 19 of his prior fights by knockout in the first 3 rounds.
Mike Tyson now 19-0, 19 knockouts.
Tillis, however, put on a valiant effort and managed to force Tyson to go a full 10 rounds for the first fight in his professional career. Tyson ultimately won by unanimous decision.
Here is the official score. Judge Tony Moritz scores it 8 rounds to 2. The winner by the unanimous decision is still undefeated, Mike Tyson.
Suddenly, the whole world thought that they could get a shot at the young champion after they saw Tillis go a whole 10 rounds with him.
Tyson, if you know it, you hit me, I'm gonna kill you. I'm gonna kill you.
Mitch Green immediately started putting out videos flexing his muscles and saying he'd knock out Tyson.
Michelle Cicely Tyson is a home dog. He tutti fruity. I'm gonna kick his booty. Oh, baby.
These videos started to make rounds in the media, and it was enough to get him his match against Mike Tyson. Only 4 days later, it was revealed that Tyson would be fighting Mitch "Blood" Green next, on May 20th in Madison Square Garden. Growing up on the rough streets of Detroit, Mitch Green was a significant player in 1970s New York game warfare. At the age of 17, he'd witnessed his father lose his life in a weird Western-style rapid draw shootout, not long before getting shot twice himself. He said, "I was shot twice when I was 17, but it had to have been the will of God that I wasn't hurt." Green was shot for the first time with a .22 Magnum. The bullet went through his right wrist, missing arteries, bones, and nerves, and Green was back on the streets a few weeks later. He got a grazed wound the second time when a slug slit the right side of his skull, leaving a slight puffy scar. Ironically, it was the gunfights that led Green to less lethal boxing. Green attempted to leave the gang life behind, so he enrolled in the UBA boxing gym in New York. But at this point, his connections to the streets were too strong, and the NYPD now referred to him as the King of New York Street Gangs for his leadership of the lethal street gang. Then things began to take a turn for Mitch's reputation as he began to be well known for his success in the ring.
From the Bronx, New York, undefeated in 5 professional bouts with 1 draw, ladies and gentlemen, here is Mitch "Blood" Green.
He won the New York Golden Gloves 4 times as an amateur in 1976, 77, 79, and 80, with a 64-7 record with 51 knockout victories.
So Mitch Green has won by unanimous decision.
Green won the 1977, 79, and 80 heavyweight open championships, in addition to the 1976 sub-novice heavyweight championship. Green won the 1976 title by defeating Anthony Zampelli.
Too many guys in this town that would mess with you, my man.
Well, I don't know. The more that town, the more advice I can get, the better I get it. Because you can't learn that without.
Green won the title by defeating Guy Castle in 1977, won the title in 79 by defeating Ralph Fucci, and in 80 by winning against Merlin Castellanos. In the 1978 tournament, he lost a crucial cut and was unable to capture a 5th Golden Gloves title. At the time Tyson and Green met, both of them were enjoying good success in their careers, and Green's trash talk helped fuel the intensity for this match.
I want to fight Mike Tyson, Michelle Tyson. You're a sissy. You're not a true champion.
Green was ranked one spot higher than Tyson in the WBC heavyweight rankings. Despite Green being ranked higher than Tyson, the fighters' purses were drastically different. Because of this, Green threatened to quit the match just one day prior to the scheduled event if his payout wasn't adjusted. Eventually, Green decided to go ahead with the fight after HBO executive Ross Greenberg told him that a shot at the WBC heavyweight title was on the line. When the match day came, it lived up to all the hype that had been built up before the day. Tyson had the upper hand for the majority of the fight, but he was unable to knock Green out. Green repeatedly clinched Tyson in an effort to lessen the potency of Tyson's power punches.
And shots to the body.
In a foreshadowing of future Tyson battles, most notably his championship matches that following year against Tony Tucker and James Bone Crusher Smith. But Green's offensive contributions were limited, and Tyson was able to win with a resounding unanimous decision by 2 scores of 9-1 and 1 score of 8-2.
For his 21st straight win and his many fights, Mike Tyson.
But their heated rivalry escalated only 2 years later when they clashed in an early morning street fight. Only 2 years later, when they fought in the early hours of the morning, did their bitter rivalry reach new heights. Having already accused Tyson's promoter Don King of underpaying him and wanting a lucrative second fight that he was unlikely to get, inside the ropes at least, Green was already enraged with Tyson. Green, however, had another reason for confronting Tyson in August 1988. He was a member of the infamous New York gang and thought Tyson's entry into his turf in the early morning hours was a freedom he could not allow without losing face. Tyson was in Harlem to buy a white leather jacket at Dapper Dan's. At this time, Green, who was aware of Tyson's presence, stormed into the store without a shirt and started hurling insults at his sworn enemy. Tyson claims that Green ripped his shirt pocket, which prompted him to retaliate.
He was just talking a lot, and I really thought he was grabbing from my pocket and trying to pull my pockets out, because if he ripped my pocket, all the money will fall. But I won't have a chance to get my money. I have to fight this cat, right? And then my money's to the wolves. So anyway, that's when I just started punching him.
According to Green, Tyson sucker punched him after turning his rings around so as not to damage him.
Who threw the first punch here?
He did. He sucker punched me because he's with his friends, and when he hit me, and I said I couldn't get a chance to get to him like I wanted to, because everybody was like pulling me, holding me, like so he could get away from me.
But it's undeniable that Tyson got the initial punch in, and then he added several more. The street fight further fueled rumors that Tyson was losing control outside of the boxing ring. 2 months before, Tyson had given the performance of his career by defeating two-weight world champion Mike Spinks in just 91 seconds.
Down he goes. I don't think you get up from this. One of the fastest knockouts in heavyweight history. It came at 131.
9 years after the fight outside Dapper Dan's in 1997, Green sued Tyson for $25 million in an attempt to get his revenge. Green, however, was ultimately only given $45,000 in court, which wasn't even enough to pay for his legal fees. Green reportedly left the courthouse shouting, "I'm the winner, I whooped him." Tyson was certainly never knocked out by Green in the ring or in the streets. However, Green made his mark on Tyson's career by irritating him for 10 rounds in Kid Dynamite's debut at MSG, and then delaying his title defense against Bruno. As a result, their names will forever be linked in a weird footnote in the history of heavyweight boxing. So what'd you think about this unprecedented brawl? Let us know your thoughts down in the comments section below, and of course, if you felt it, please like and subscribe. We'll see you on the next one. Are you ready to be introduced to the next boxing superstar?
Viva Mexico, let's go!
In this video, I'm going to share with you the inspiring story of Ryan Garcia. and why he's destined for greatness in the world of boxing. Ryan Garcia is a 24-year-old professional boxer from California who's quickly becoming one of the most popular fighters in boxing. With his record of 23 wins, 0 losses, and 19 knockouts, he's on his way to becoming a champion. Garcia's style stands out with its speed and power, making him a thrilling fighter to watch. He's risen to fame in part due to his charismatic personality and remarkable accomplishments at such a young age. Not only has he won multiple titles, but he also has the attention of some of the biggest names in boxing. His fan base continues to grow as he reaches new levels of success and recognition. So, what is it that makes Ryan Garcia stand out as an athlete, and why is he set to become the next big thing in boxing? Well, stay tuned as we dive into an exclusive look at Ryan Garcia's career and how he's become the next boxing superstar.
Ryan Garcia knows he's got Campbell a little bit weakened here.
Ryan Garcia's rise to stardom is an inspiring story that began when he was just a young boy growing up in California. His passion for boxing started at the early age of 7, and by the time he was 12, he had already begun training with some of the best trainers in his area. At 14 years old, Garcia had won his first amateur fight and soon after made it to the Golden Gloves Championships. This is where people really took notice of his talent and potential as a professional boxer. From then on, there was no stopping him. He quickly rose through the ranks and became one of the most promising boxers in California. In 2016, at only 19 years old, Garcia signed a contract with Oscar De La Hoya's Golden Boy Promotions, which launched his career into stardom. With hard work and dedication, Ryan has accomplished what many fighters dream about, becoming one of boxing's biggest stars before even reaching adulthood. One of the most remarkable fights of Ryan Garcia's career was his match against Jose Lopez in 2019. This fight wasn't only one of the most intense fights of Garcia's career, but it also demonstrated his full range of abilities as a boxer.
The third time happened, right there.
After going 3 rounds with Lopez, Garcia eventually won by unanimous decision. This match showcased his speed, power, and agility, all qualities that separate him from other fighters. It also highlighted his talent for using combinations to gain an edge over his opponents. Another memorable fight for Ryan Garcia was when he faced Francisco Fonseca in 2020.
Kobe Bryant and his daughter Gianna.
This match was unique because it marked Garcia's first chance to defend the WBC Silver Lightweight Championship title he had won earlier in the year. After 5 rounds of back-and-forth exchanges between both boxers, Garcia came out on top again with a unanimous decision victory and got to keep his title belt. This fight demonstrated how well he can manage a long bout, as well as display his prowess and endurance during a tough battle. Another brilliant knockout in Ryan Garcia's career was his fight against Romero Duno in 2019.
On that card was Romero Duno. Garcia at that time.
The match showed off Garcia's unique combination of speed and power, as well as his ability to remain composed under pressure. With a single punch, he knocked out Duno in just 1 round, a feat that few professional boxers have achieved before. This incredible performance solidified him as an up-and-coming force to be reckoned within the boxing world, and earned him great respect from both fans and critics alike. Finally, one of Ryan Garcia's most impressive fights happened in 2021 against Luke Campbell, an experienced former world champion boxer who's known for giving tough opponents a hard time in the ring. Despite the odds being stacked against him, Garcia managed to beat Campbell by stunningly knocking him out in just 2 rounds.
Ryan Garcia, you're young. Body shot, and he goes down, and now Campbell is down on a knee.
His ability to remain composed while taking powerful punches earned him great respects from those fans and critics alike. This win further proved that Ryan Garcia is indeed destined for greatness in boxing, and is certainly living up to becoming a boxing legend. Ryan Garcia has set his sights on becoming a world champion and is determined to make it happen. Since turning professional in 2016, he's amassed an impressive 23-0 record with 19 knockouts, which have all been thrilling performances that have raised his profile in the world of boxing. Garcia wants to become a unified world champion and is looking to take on some of boxing's biggest names. He envisions himself as one of the best boxers in history and has made it his mission to be remembered as such. Furthermore, he plans to use his success in boxing as a platform for inspiring and motivating young people around the world. Garcia also feels that there's a void in boxing right now and wants to be the fighter who can bridge that gap between generations. He's focused on proving himself as one of the best fighters out there and desires to reach heights never seen before in the sport. His ambition, skill, charisma, and heart are all qualities that make him stand out from other fighters and will likely lead him to achieving greatness in boxing. Ryan Garcia has all the attributes of a future champion. His charisma and determination are rare in the sport, and he continues to prove that he's one of the best young fighters out there. He's demonstrated great skill, power, and speed in his fights, which have served him well against some of the toughest opponents in boxing.
And that's when he's most.
Furthermore, his never-give-up attitude and resiliency have earned him numerous impressive victories, catching the attention of fans and critics. Garcia's potential to become a world champion is further enhanced by his undeniable star quality. He has grown a wide fan base around the world due to his exciting fighting style, as well as his humility and inspiration that he provides to younger generations through his social media. His ability to relate to people from all walks of life make him even more charismatic, thus turning him into an important figure within the sport. In addition to his potential, Garcia also possesses key qualities that separate him from other fighters, such as discipline, confidence, and poise, all of which will help him reach success in the ring. As such, Garcia is on track to becoming one of boxing's biggest stars, making him the next boxing superstar. With each fight he wins, we get a day closer to all of us witnessing Ryan Garcia coming out on top as a unified world champion, and that day may come sooner than we think. There's no disputing it. Ryan Garcia is undoubtedly one of the most exciting prospects in boxing today, and certainly a name you should keep your eyes on. He continues to show fans why he deserves his rightful place amongst the great fighters from around the globe, and why he should one day be crowned as a unified world champion. If you guys had a good time, like, subscribe if you're not already with us, and comment down below whether or not you think Garcia can fulfill his potential and become a world superstar or not. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.
The best ever. I'm the most brutal and vicious and most ruthless champion there's ever been.
He's almost 30 pounds heavier than Rocky Marciano, so that combination, I think, bodes pretty well.
It was a sight to behold when Iron Mike Tyson stepped into the ring to defend his undisputed heavyweight championship against Tony Tucker, an undefeated showman with a confidence that rivaled Tyson's own. What followed was a battle for the ages, as the two most skilled boxers of their generation went head-to-head in a fight that would test their mettle, endurance, and will to win. Today we're taking a closer look at one of the most iconic matches in the sport's history, the 1987 bout between Iron Mike Tyson and Tony Tucker. When these two titans of the ring met on that fateful day in Las Vegas, the world held its breath, eager to see who would come out on top. So, let's get started. Tony Tucker's rise to fame began in the early 1980s when he first stepped into the boxing ring. Hailing from Grand Rapids, Michigan, Tucker was a natural athlete and quickly made a name for himself in the amateur circuit. After a successful amateur career, Tucker turned pro in 1980, and his record quickly began to reflect his raw talent and determination. He stood at 6'5", with an athletic build, quick and nimble movement, and a swagger reminiscent of Muhammad Ali. He also had enough power to knock out 23 of his first 24 opponents. In the ring, he was known for his footwork, powerful punches, and unyielding confidence. And while he may not have had the same star power as Tyson, he was a formidable opponent in his own right, feared and respected by his peers. Tyson recognized Tucker as a worthy opponent and was determined not to underestimate him. He knew that facing an undefeated world champion with flawless technique and towering confidence would be unlike any challenge he had ever encountered before. So while Tyson continued to grab headlines as the most dominant fighter in the game, Tucker waited patiently in the shadows, biding his time until he had the chance to take on the mighty Tyson. And when that moment finally arrived, he was ready to give it his all and prove himself as a true champion. The build-up to the fight between Iron Mike Tyson and Tony Tucker was intense. Leading up to the bout, both fighters were undefeated, and there was a lot of hype surrounding the matchup.
It's the first chance I get to get him out of there. I'm getting him out of there. I ain't wasting no time.
The fight was scheduled to take place on August 1st, 1987 at the Las Vegas Hilton Resort. The media and fans were eager to see how Tyson, known for his brutal knockouts, would fare against a skilled boxer like Tucker. There was a lot of speculation about whether Tucker would be able to stand up to Tyson's power punches, and whether Tyson would be able to handle Tucker's speed and movement in the ring. The pre-fight conferences were filled with trash talk and bravado from both fighters, with each one confidently predicting victory. Tucker in particular was known for his showmanship and his ability to get under his opponent's skin. As the day of the fight approached, tensions were high and the excitement was palpable. Fans and experts alike were eager to see how the matchup would play out and who would come out on top in this clash of undefeated champions. The highly anticipated fight between Tyson and Tucker took place on August 1st, 1987 at the Las Vegas Hilton. From the beginning of the fight, it was clear that Tucker was not intimidated by Tyson's reputation as a fearsome puncher. In fact, he seemed quite relaxed and confident during the introductions, with an aura of a man who was ready to show the world what he was all about. His plan was to frustrate Tyson and disrupt his rhythm with his movement and jab, which he successfully did in the early rounds. For the first time in his career, Tyson looked vulnerable as Tucker landed a well-timed uppercut that momentarily stunned him. Despite being a 10-1 underdog, Tucker put together combinations and landed strong punches throughout the fight, earning him points on the judges' scorecards. As the fight progressed, Tyson started to slow Tucker down with power punches to the midsection. Tucker tried to get in Tyson's head with some provocative antics in the mid-rounds, but it was clear that Tyson was boxing a more intelligent fight, creating openings off the jab and throwing his punches with precision. The championship rounds approached and both fighters were finishing with a flourish. The final round was close, but a big left hook from Tyson towards the closing seconds was the highlight moment for the judges. In the end, Tyson was awarded a close, unanimous decision. Despite the loss, Tucker had shown the world that he was a skilled and formidable opponent who could go toe-to-toe with the best in the business. During his post-fight interview, Tyson acknowledged the difficulty of the match and how intimidated he was by Tucker's toughness.
But it just wasn't together today, and he was very intimidated, and it was very tough.
Was he a better fighter than you thought?
It was very hard to tell because he did a great deal of holding. He threw very fast punches. It was true.
And he really rocked you in the first round.
Yes, he did. He was a very hard puncher.
It was hard to tell if Tucker was a better fighter than Tyson had thought, as he did a lot of holding and landed some fast punches, including one that rocked Tyson in the first round. Despite this, Tyson believed he had won the fight, but acknowledged that Tucker was a real fighter who deserved respect. Although the loss was a setback for Tucker, he remained confident in his abilities and knew that he had the skills to regain a slice of the championship. However, it was his lack of desire and mental fortitude that became the closing chapter of his story in the world of boxing. For Tyson, the victory over Tucker marked another successful defense of his undisputed heavyweight championship title. He continued to dominate the sport for several years before his shocking loss to Buster Douglas in 1990. Despite the defeat, Tony Tucker's legacy in boxing is one of a talented fighter who rose to the top of the heavyweight division, challenged one of the greatest boxers of all time, and left a lasting impact on the sport. In conclusion, the 1987 bout between Iron Mike Tyson and Tony Tucker remains one of the most iconic matches in boxing history. The build-up to the fight was intense, with both fighters undefeated and a lot of hype surrounding the matchup. The fight itself didn't disappoint, with Tucker showing the world that he wasn't intimidated by Tyson's reputation and going toe-to-toe with an undisputed champion. Despite losing that fight, Tucker proved himself to be a skilled and formidable opponent, with Tyson acknowledging the difficulty of the match and the toughness of his opponent. This fight remains a highlight of both fighters' careers, and a moment that'll be remembered by boxing fans for years to come. Like and subscribe and comment down below on what your favorite part of this saga was. Be sure to press the bell icon for more awesome stories, and like always, thanks for watching, and see you in the next one.
And as sure I could beat the champion, I'm sure I could beat him also.
Of the 3 champions, who would you like to fight and why?
I'd fight anybody my trainer put me in with, because I'm confident I could beat any fighter in the world.
Ladies and gentlemen, gather round as we delve into the annals of boxing history, unearthing the 20 most potent hooks ever thrown. Get ready to be awestruck by the raw power and precision that made these punches unforgettable. In the 20th slot, we have the mighty right hook of George Foreman.
Now we see the entourage of George Foreman.
A heavyweight champion in his own right, Foreman's right hook was a weapon of mass destruction. Its accuracy and power left opponents reeling and cemented his place among the greats. At 19, we have Mike Tyson's vaunted left hook.
Has got his work cut out with Mike Tyson. Oh, the right hand! I doubt if he'll be able to get up from this.
A heavyweight icon, Tyson's punches were feared throughout the ring. His left hook was a combination of speed and power, leaving countless foes sprawled on the canvas. In the 18th position, we have Sugar Ray Leonard's cutting left hook.
On the chin of the challenger. Combinations, oh, and so long, timber.
Known for his hand speed and nimble footwork, Leonard's left hook was a shot of beauty, capable of ending a fight in the blink of an eye.
Look at that 1-2. Another combination.
Years of training and dedication to the sport are reflected in this punch, earning him a place on our list. The 17th spot goes to Julio Cesar Chavez's punishing right hooks.
These are the Celtics of boxing. Chavez.
The Mexican legend, known for his punishing punches and relentless pressure, possessed a right hook that could end a bout in a heartbeat. With the results of tireless training and natural power, Chavez remains one of Mexico's greatest boxers. At 16, we have Manny Pacquiao's lightning-fast left hook.
Of Manny Pacquiao, landing with both right and left hand.
A Philippine icon, Pacquiao's known for his speed and power. His left hook was a blur, catching opponents off guard and delivering a knockout blow in an instant. The product of incredible hand speed and precision, Pacquiao is a true great of the sport. Tommy Hearns' destructive right hook takes the 15th spot.
Two good jabs and a right hand that might have hurt Hagler. Tremendous pace in the first round.
With his lanky frame and immense reach, Hearns' right hook was a formidable shot, leaving opponents reeling. The result of his length and punching power, Hearns is a boxer to be reckoned with. In the 14th place, we have Roy Jones Jr.'s lightning-fast left hook.
And it would be a very attractive fight. Oh, there's a hard left hand thrown to the midsection of Morton.
Known for his hand speed and flashy footwork, Jones Jr.'s left hook was a thing of beauty. His natural athleticism and incredible hand speed was capable of ending a fight in an instant. Lennox Lewis's crushing right hook sits in the 13th slot.
A relentless assault here, pouring on the punishment. These are bad moves.
A towering heavyweight, Lewis was known for his power and durability. His right hook was a finishing shot, capable of ending a fight with a single blow. As a person of immense power and accuracy, Lewis remains one of the greats. At 12, we have Joe Frazier's powerful left hook.
Gone round one.
A heavyweight known for his heart and determination, Frazier's left hook was a devastating shot, ending fights in a flash. Showing relentless pressure and natural power, Frazier is a true warrior of the ring. The 11th place goes to Rocky Marciano's relentless right hook. Small but powerful, Marciano was known for his relentless pressure and punching power. His right hook was a punishing shot that could end fights in a heartbeat. A man showing incredible determination and spirit, Marciano remains a legend of the sport. In the 10th position, we have Thomas Hearns' devastating left hook. Like his brother, Hearns was a lanky boxer known for his reach and power. His left hook was destructive, leaving opponents reeling. And with such length and punching power, Hearns is that boxer to be reckoned with. At 9th place is the precise right hook of Floyd Mayweather Jr.
Well, Mayweather more than doubling Oscar De La Hoya in the power department, and here's a good...
Floyd Mayweather Jr. was a master of the sweet science. Renowned for his lightning-fast hand speed and footwork that defined his opponents, his right hook was a thing of beauty, a shot that could end a fight with surgical precision.
To combine the best of offense and defense.
Each right hook was the result of Mayweather Jr.'s years of dedication to the sport, honing his technique and accuracy with each training session.
Saw some things tonight that were as vintage.
At 8th place, we have the crushing left hook of Marvin Hagler, who was a middleweight powerhouse, known for his relentless pressure and devastating punches. His left hook was a finishing shot.
Flushed by Hagler, and now Hagler turns to righty, and watch how effective he is.
A punch that could end a fight with brutal force. Hagler's left hook was a result of natural power and unrelenting spirit, earning him a place amongst the greatest middleweights of all time.
Punishing Hearns now, but it is Hagler who is bleeding.
In 7th place, we have the punishing right hook of Roberto Duran. This man was a fearless warrior, unyielding in the face of any opponent. He was known for his relentless pressure and explosive punches, making him one of the greatest fighters of his era. His right hook was a finishing shot, a punch ending a fight in a heartbeat. Duran's right hook shows us his relentless determination and natural power, a true testament to his greatness. At 6th place, we have the devastating right hook of Evander Holyfield. Holyfield was a heavyweight to be reckoned with, known for his heart and determination in the ring. His right hook was a WMD, a punch that could end a fight in an instant. His right hook was the result of relentless pressure and natural strength,
Their man owns it. It's round 1.
placing him in a spot amongst the greatest heavyweights of all time. For 5th place, we have the precise left hook of Mike McCallum.
Best punch of the fight for McCallum.
McCallum was a flashy boxer, known for hand speed and footwork, leaving his opponents in awe. His left hook was nothing short of majestic, with a shot that could end a fight in no time. This left hook shows us his incredible skill and dedication to the sport of boxing, a testament to his greatness. At 4th place, we have Carlos Monzon's staggering right hook. Carlos was a man of steel in the middleweight division, renowned for raw power and unrelenting spirit. His right hook was the ultimate display of might, a devastating blow finishing fights before they even started. This punishing punch was the result of Monzon's unyielding determination and exceptional punching power. At 3rd place, we have Lennox Lewis's decimating right hook.
Clinch here, drops his left hand, bang, right on the chin.
Lewis was a force to be reckoned with in the heavyweight division, a towering presence known for his brute strength and unbreakable resolve.
Wobbled all over the place. Here's the punches. The right hand, the left hook's followed.
That right hook was the ultimate weapon, a finishing shot which could leave his opponents reeling and defeated. This devastating punch was a signature of Lewis's immense power and unerring accuracy. On our second spot is Muhammad Ali's electrifying left hook.
Down goes Frazier. The heavyweight champion is...
Ali was a star in the boxing world, a flashy and charismatic fighter, known for his lightning-fast hands and nimble footwork. His left hook was a thing of legend, a shot so fast and precise it brought opponents down in an instant. This electrifying punch was the result of Ali's incredible hand speed and lightning-fast reflexes, cementing his place as one of the greatest boxers of all time. And first place goes to Joe Louis's decimating right hook. Lewis was a powerhouse in the heavyweight division, known for unparalleled punching power and deadly accuracy. That right hook was a finishing shot, a punch heard around the world, ending fights in the twinkling of an eye. This decimating blow was a testament to Lewis's incredible strength and unwavering precision, earning him the title of one of the greatest heavyweights of all time. We want to thank you guys for watching. Please hit like if you enjoyed yourselves today and subscribe if you're not already with us. This is Boxing World, and we'll catch you on the next